Hi. Well, I just thought I would go through a couple of topics as we look again at some of the famous photos that were taken when Harry and Meghan visited Nigeria a few days ago. Here they are at the beginning of the Nigerian tour, which was about starting Invictus in Nigeria. The men in Nigeria, the military men, were interested in participating in the Invictus Games. Some went to the last Invictus Games, and now they are interested in seeking more information and participating in the Invictus Games, in building facilities. And the head of the Nigerian defense said that they are hopeful in 2029 to be able to have the Invictus Games in Nigeria. Well, that is a lot to expect because you have to have everything available to military wounded veterans. People with physical problems, people with mental problems, they expect full care when they go to the Invictus Games. And the facilities have to be up to par to ensure that they aren't, of course, incapacitated by that Nigerian sun. So they're going to have air-conditioned facilities. So can they make it by 2029? We don't know. But this is a picture of Meghan and Harry. And the people behind them are military persons who are serving as security escorts. Even the lady on the side. Let's see if I get my little pointer. Even this lady, who we see in a number of pictures with Harry and Meghan. I believe she is also military. And they are promoting Nigeria as a site potentially for future Invictus Games. Now, this is not a royal tour. Normally, King Charles would get a lot of money paid to him for doing a royal tour. They pay to have the king visit their country. I don't know what, if any, money. I'm sure Harry got some money for this because that's how he was trained. When you do a tour, you do get paid for the publicity that you bring. Harry is dressed casually. He looks great, as does Meghan in her dusty pink halter top dress. And they are both wearing gifted beads from the Nigerian military. They are surrounded by publicity, lots and lots of cameras, and this will also be shown on the Netflix documentary, which is also helping to pay for the tour. And then here is Meghan saying hi to somebody in her halter, dusty pink dress, wearing the beads, gifted from the African Nigerian military. And she's looking at children. There were children lined up to say hello to Meghan Markle and Harry as they walked on the green carpet. Here was a wonderful opportunity. Harry was able to review and get a military salute from the Nigerian military. And he's been trained to do this. He's seen it many times before as they present themselves to be reviewed by their special guest, Prince Harry. He is not representing the British on this tour, but he is, of course, of the British royal family, and they have a annual Independence Day. They are approximately 62 years independent from the control of Britain when they were just a colony. Now, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle are presenting the new Nigeria, the one we never see, the metropolitan, cosmopolitan Nigeria, which is mixed with Muslims and Christians and people who are well traveled. These people are very different than the way they are normally depicted in other media. So congratulations to Harry and Meghan for giving this publicity to Nigeria, which will benefit them in the future. Naturally, Nigeria wants to make sure nothing happens, so there is heavy security. Everyone says Nigeria is a very dangerous place to visit, which means that people don't want to go there to visit. So they do not want any single possible thing to go wrong, and they have really circled Prince Harry and Meghan with a lot of security because, well, we just had an incident today in the United States where a 16-year-old male entered a church with a gun and people were sent running. That would not do. Anything like that. Any person coming with a firearm or any threats, all of that was planned to be avoided during this trip. Everybody wanted this trip to go well and for Nigeria to be presented as a place where people can come and where you can have a safe trip. And I think Harry and Meghan did that very well. These are the children. Well, you saw a picture of Meghan waving to a little one. These are the children having an opportunity to present themselves to the visitors, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now, these kids would be very impressed because they know that, just 62 years ago, which is a very short time, they were under the control of the British. And so I am sure they are very curious to know, what do these British people look like, and just to gain information for their own education about their country's heritage and history. So although this is not a royal tour, they are certainly leaving impressions about the British, the old colonizers versus current days. They are certainly bringing the media attention that Nigeria so greatly needs. We see them all with cameras taking selfies and other pictures, and so they are looking like a very modern country. Here we see the lady in the back with her shoulders exposed and her hair with blonde enhancements and long braids. So they're showing themselves as a modern country, not one, as people like to think of, as a backwards country that's a dangerous place to go. Harry and Meghan are surrounded by Nigerians and appear very comfortable and happy. And that's the picture Nigeria wants the world to see. And they were successful. Look at Harry. He's having a great time. They came back, and of course, the media wants to find something negative, and one of the things they're trying to say is, well, Archewell's having a problem because it's hasn't filed all of the current corporate tax papers and paid the current tax on its corporation. That's easily fixed, not a problem. It happens to all corporations at some times, but they don't make headlines, only because Meghan and Harry are stars across the world did this story even come out. California has a lot of corporate rules, which is why almost everybody incorporates in the state of Delaware, because Delaware has made itself corporate friendly. So those things about owing California state fees will be easily corrected with no problem. And there is no problem with the Archewell Foundation, much to the disgust of all the people who want to say something negative about Archewell or Harry or Meghan. I'm sure somebody is supposed to be watching that on an annual basis, and there are many ways to make sure that that doesn't happen frequently. There are many ways to have reminders of all those California fees that are due so that they could be paid timely. And I'm sure they'll be put into place a little bit better for the future. So I just wanted to do this, a little follow-up on Meghan and Harry's trip. She looks great in this red dress, and this is at the Women's Summit. So, like and subscribe. Bye.